Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. The Evening Edition by J. Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. The United States Department of Justice has announced what it describes as the largest denaturalization effort in the nation's history, with 25 new civil cases filed over a 2-week period. The complaints target naturalized citizens accused of obtaining citizenship through fraud, concealment, or other unlawful actions. The cases involve individuals with convictions for serious crimes, including attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and aggravated sexual assault involving a child. Justice Department officials say the effort is focused on protecting the integrity of the naturalization process and ensuring citizenship is granted only to those who meet legal requirements. The department reports that since the beginning of the second Trump administration, it has filed 123 denaturalization complaints, calling that the highest number recorded. Officials say the latest filings are part of an expanded effort to investigate cases involving alleged hidden criminal histories, false identities, and other information that may have affected citizenship decisions. This is Streaming News Network. Questions are growing in Seattle over a nearly $700,000 severance package awarded to former police chief Sean Barnes after his resignation was requested by Mayor Katie Wilson. Barnes served as police chief for approximately 18 months but will receive a payment package that exceeds his annual salary of about $370,000. The agreement includes an 18-month salary payout, continued health insurance coverage, and the forgiveness of certain relocation and recruitment-related payments. Mayor Wilson's office has released the resignation and severance documents but has not provided details about how the payment was calculated or where the funding will come from. The mayor has also declined to explain fully why she asked Barnes to step down. The controversy comes as Seattle faces a projected $175 million budget shortfall, with city departments being asked to consider personnel reductions. Wilson cited concerns about communication failures following a July mass shooting at a food festival that left 3 people dead. Barnes also faced questions about his travel schedule after records showed multiple trips away from Seattle for conferences and personal visits. City officials remain divided over the decision, with some council members previously defending Barnes' performance and pointing to declining crime rates. This is Streaming News Network. Massive wildfires burning near Spokane, Washington, have destroyed hundreds of buildings and forced approximately 64,000 residents to evacuate as firefighters battle one of the nation's highest priority wildfire emergencies. 3 major fires erupted Saturday on the northern edge of Spokane, spreading across more than 8,000 acres and moving from forested areas into residential communities. Officials say at least 700 structures have been destroyed, with additional buildings possibly damaged. Residents described chaotic evacuations as wind-driven flames moved quickly through neighborhoods. Some families escaped with only essential belongings, leaving behind homes that were later consumed by fire. More than 1,100 firefighters are working to contain the blazes, but officials report no containment has been achieved so far. Cooler weather conditions have provided a brief opportunity for crews to make progress before hotter temperatures, dry conditions, and stronger winds are expected to return. The cause of the fires remains under investigation. Officials warn that as emergency crews reach more affected areas, additional reports of injuries, fatalities, or missing residents could emerge. The Spokane fires are part of a larger wildfire crisis across the Pacific Northwest, where drought conditions and extreme heat have fueled dozens of major fires. This is Streaming News Network. A Cambridge University professor is facing scrutiny after questions were raised about academic work, past public statements, and claims made throughout his career. Jason Arty, who became the youngest black man appointed to a professorship at Cambridge University in 2023, has built a public profile around overcoming significant personal challenges, including autism and health struggles. However, recent controversy has emerged after allegations that more than 100 sections of his doctoral dissertation contain material similar to another academic's work. Arty has not disputed the allegations but has argued that he did not receive sufficient academic support during his doctoral studies because of his disabilities. Additional questions have been raised over other statements attributed to Arty, including claims involving athletic achievements and participation in a documentary series. Some of those claims have since been revised or disputed. RD has said criticism against him reflects broader issues involving diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, while supporters argue his story highlights barriers faced by underrepresented academics. The controversy has sparked renewed debate over academic standards, accountability, and how universities balance inclusion efforts with traditional measures of achievement and scholarship. Cambridge University has not announced any change to RD's position, and discussions surrounding the allegations remain ongoing. This is Streaming News Network. A 27-year-old Virginia woman has been extradited to Florida after investigators say she was linked to written threats targeting a state lawmaker, a judge, and a law enforcement employee. Jasmine Osborne of Petersburg, Virginia, was transferred to Florida on July 16 and booked into the Collier County Jail. She faces 3 felony charges involving alleged written or electronic threats to kill or cause serious harm. The investigation began in June of 2025 after threatening letters were sent to a Florida state representative and an employee with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. Investigators later determined that a Sarasota County judge received a similar letter. Officials say forensic testing by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement connected all 3 letters to Osborne. An arrest warrant was issued in March of 2026, leading to her arrest in Virginia with assistance from state and local law enforcement agencies. Prosecutors in Collier, Sarasota, and Miami-Dade counties are handling separate cases against Osborne, and authorities say additional extraditions are expected. The investigation remains active as officials continue reviewing the circumstances surrounding the alleged threats. This is Streaming News Network. New York City is reporting an increase in hate crimes this year, with police data showing Jewish residents remain the most frequently targeted group among reported incidents. According to New York Police Department statistics, hate crimes have increased by approximately 9% compared with the same period last year, even as overall major crime categories, including murders and shootings, have declined. Police data shows that anti-Semitic incidents account for more than half of all reported hate crimes, with Jewish New Yorkers representing a significantly larger share of victims than their percentage of the city's overall population. The statistics have renewed debate among community leaders and elected officials over how the city should respond. Some Jewish advocates have criticized Mayor Zoran Mamdani, pointing to his past comments regarding Israel and saying stronger leadership is needed to address anti-Semitism. Mamdani has rejected hatred in all forms and says his administration has increased funding for the city's hate crime prevention efforts. He says combating anti-Semitism remains a priority. City Council Speaker Julie Menon has also called for additional action, saying the rise in hate crimes targeting Jewish New Yorkers requires continued attention and enforcement. The NYPD says that while hate crimes remain a concern, the city has experienced declines in overall violent crime this year. This is Streaming News Network. A Florida-based healthcare company has agreed to pay more than $14 million to resolve allegations that it improperly increased Medicare payments through inaccurate patient diagnoses. Complete Health, a Jacksonville-based healthcare management organization, will pay a $14.1 million settlement following allegations that the company submitted diagnosis information between 2020 and 2023 that federal officials say was not medically supported. Investigators allege the company added certain conditions, including substance dependency and bipolar disorder diagnoses, to patient records in order to increase payments under Medicare Advantage, a program where private healthcare providers receive monthly payments based on patient risk factors. Officials say Medicare Advantage payments are designed to reflect legitimate medical needs, not to create additional revenue through unsupported conditions. The settlement does not represent a criminal conviction, but federal officials say the agreement reinforces efforts to protect government healthcare programs from potential financial abuse. Complete Health provides healthcare management services in Florida, Alabama, and Colorado. Federal investigators say protecting the integrity of Medicare remains a priority as the government continues reviewing billing practices across the healthcare industry. This is Streaming News Network. A California father of 3 was kidnapped from his home and killed in a violent incident that investigators say involved his own employer. Authorities say 60-year-old Shukur Akber was taken from outside his Chino Hills residence after going outside to inspect an electrical issue following a power outage. Investigators allege that Zhengfeng Bo and Jianquan Bo forced Akber into a vehicle and drove away. During the incident, authorities say a high-speed pursuit followed, ending after surveillance video captured one suspect removing Akber from the vehicle's trunk area and shooting him. Deputies responded by opening fire, and both Aikbear and Zhengquan Bo were killed at the scene. Zhengfeng Bo was taken into custody. Officials say Aikbear and Zhengfeng Bo had a professional relationship, with business records indicating that Zhengfeng was connected to companies where Aikbear worked. Investigators are continuing to examine possible financial and business disputes that may have contributed to the attack. Aikbear's family described him as a devoted father and husband, calling him a caring and generous person who was loved by everyone who knew him. A fundraising effort has been launched to help his family with funeral expenses and financial needs following the tragedy. The investigation remains ongoing as authorities work to determine the full circumstances behind the killing. This is Streaming News Network. Actress Christina Applegate has returned home after spending nearly 4 months in the hospital, according to reports from sources close to the actress. The 54-year-old performer has not publicly revealed the specific reason for her extended hospitalization, but a representative said she is now home and recovering. Applegate, known for roles in television and film, has been open about her ongoing battle with multiple sclerosis since publicly announcing her diagnosis in 2021. She has frequently shared updates with fans about her health journey and thanked supporters for their encouragement. Earlier this year, Applegate told followers that health challenges remain a constant part of her life but said she continues to focus on recovery and staying positive. In recent weeks, she has returned to social media, sharing moments from her personal life and work on her upcoming memoir, You with the Sad Eyes. She also recently paid tribute to her late mother, singer Nancy Pretty, by recreating an image inspired by one of her mother's album covers. Fans have continued to show support as Applegate focuses on her health and recovery. I am J. Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and staying informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos, and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.